Hey everyone, it's a big day in high school sports here in the state of Texas. It's the 2026 UIL Biennial Reclassification and Realignment. That is a very long and complicated way of saying that high schools across the state find out which districts they will be in for the next 2 years. Now, the process really got going in December when we found out the cutoff numbers for the different classifications 6A, 5A, 4A, etc. And that was a really big piece of the puzzle. But these are those fine pieces of the puzzle now that we get to see in terms of where all these schools will land and in which districts. And these are for different sports: football, volleyball, basketball, and the other sports as well. I do want to highlight a few schools for you. We'll start with DeSoto because for the first time in 42 years, they will not play in the state's highest classification. For so many years, they had decided to play up, but this year they go by the numbers, and so they've landed in District 8-5A Division 1. Cedar Hill actually comes with them into this district. And there's also Lancaster in this district as well as a couple of the Mansfield schools. So new home for DeSoto, and as the reigning state champion, they're certainly going to be a favorite to try and win that division and go a long way in 5A Division 1. Another school to hit, Aledo. They're going to be making history and making their debut in 6A. There was a lot of talk about where they would land. Could they end up with a Crowley and North Crowley in a new district that would be made in 6A? That's not how it shakes out for them, though. They actually land in 3-6A with a lot of the Arlington schools. And when you think about what could have been for Aledo, this certainly feels like a really good place for them to thrive. And they will be considered, as one of the front runners in that district. And we'll see how they do overall in 6A. Finally, Frisco Wakeland, they're making history, and they'll become the first Frisco high school to ever play in the state's highest classification. There's been some pushback from parents because it's not exactly the model that they put together in Frisco. Frisco has 12 high schools, the thought being keep the enrollment numbers low so they wouldn't have to play in the state's highest classification. But it didn't work out that way for Wakeland this year. They'll be in District 5-6A, along with Denton Guyer, Denton Braswell, and some Louisville and Flower Mound schools. They avoided having to play the likes of Allen, a school which has more than double the enrollment of Wakeland. So interesting, not as bad perhaps as it could have been in terms of playing some of the other schools. So we'll see how it shakes out for those Wakeland Wolverines. And that's a look at just a few of the storylines from this year's realignment, but we've got plenty more for you. We did an hour-long special on WFAA Plus. You can go to Plus, check it out. Yours truly, along with Jonah Javad and Mike Leslie, we take you through different districts. We have interviews with coaches, take you through the teams, and get you set for high school football. Listen, it's 6 months away, but you can never not talk about high school football here in the great state of Texas. It is in our DNA. Here's hoping you enjoy it. You check that out on WFAA Plus. You download that for free on your smart TV and check it out.